in 2013. My grandma passed. She was my best friend, and I relapsed. By 2014, I had lost my career and lost my apartment, and just everything went downhill, and I had gone back to selling drugs and just living in the streets.
I had been released from my job 3 summers in a row due to no enrollment. I was a teacher, and during the summers they didn't have any enrollment. And at the same time, my first husband was going through cancer, and he had passed, and so my adult son was moving in with me, and I was already at a low point.
My mom passed away in 2001, and it was quite devastating. I was extremely dependent on her. She literally took care of everything. I just basically had to show up for everything. She took care of my kids. So I was quite dependent on her, and then when she passed away, I became extremely lost.
Being homeless as a parent was probably the hardest thing anyone could go through. Getting up every day, getting my son cleaned up in a McDonald's bathroom, dropping him off at preschool, having to go to work and pretend like everything was great when I didn't know what I was going to do after work was difficult. It was probably, looking back, the hardest thing I've ever been through in my life.
Colette's Children's Home is a nonprofit organization based in Huntington Beach, California, dedicated to supporting women and children experiencing homelessness. Since 1998, the organization has grown from a single apartment into a network of housing sites across Orange County, providing both housing and supportive services. Through apartment-based housing, families live in shared 2-bedroom units with full kitchens and private space, creating a sense of dignity, safety, and stability. Alongside housing, Colette's Children's Home provides ongoing supportive services that helps families rebuild their lives and move forward to a more secure future.
To find a quarter, because like I said, we had no money, we were homeless, but I found a quarter every single day, and I called them every single day, and they accepted me in on January 16th.
I still remember to this day when I first went in there for my interview. It didn't feel like I was in a shelter, or it didn't feel like any of that. It felt like I was at home.
Through Colette's Children's Home and through counseling and group meetings, I learned a lot to become a stronger person, a better parent, to have self-worth again, which I think is the most important thing.
Every single tool that Colette's provides as a single parent is basically guiding you for success, and it's you having the willingness to take it that way and go for it.
If it wasn't for having Colette's, having that safe place to go, that we wouldn't have anywhere to be. And so we wouldn't have that safety. And if Colette's wasn't there, then basically the option would be to go back to our old lifestyle. And so because of Colette's, people are able to change their lives.
There are so many women and children out there that need help, and there are so many places that will take single people, but barely any that will take women and children. And if they hadn't take women and children, I have no idea where I'd be today. And I owe it all to Colette's Children's Home. I would not be here today without them. There's no way. I wouldn't have made it.
I look back to the times that we shared, the girls and I, and we laughed hard, and I think we bonded. It was a magical time. It truly was.
Just to know that she was safe, because I didn't know if she was safe sometimes, and I was just so happy and relieved just to know that she was in a really loving area with really loving people. And when I actually came down and met all of you guys, I just felt so happy to know she was okay and happy.
Thank you for making a difference in my life. Thank you for the contribution that you guys made to Colette's. Because of that, I'm able to provide my kids with an opportunity to be something in life, and to be able to know that it's not the mistakes that you do in life, it's what you do after. And because of your contribution, I'm able to share my testimony story with you.
Keep supporting it, because it's one of the most amazing organizations that I know of, and I want to support it too.
As Margaret Mead once said, "Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it's the only thing that ever has."
Not my story that determines who I am, is what I do after my story that determines who I am.